Uh-oh.
Hey, we're live. See if anybody pops on.
I'm going to get the hang of this
Yeah,
before too long.
that's all right.
That's
They don't
okay.
need to see my whole face. All right, we'll see if anybody jumps on. Anyway, this is the Monday market update with the Rose team.
Hi,
Uh,
everybody.
how's it going? Um, we just wanted to cover a few things tonight. Just a quick summary. We have some seller misconceptions, some things you can do to get your home ready to sell, and a snapshot of the market we wanted to cover for you tonight.
Cool. Yes. Yep. Yeah, and so this last week we were on a few listing appointments and we just got the same questions from most of the sellers. They had the same
Yeah,
questions. So we wanted to share this with you because when you're thinking about buying your house, you want to really keep in mind, when you think about selling your house, you want to keep in mind that there are no cookie cutter listings. And so every listing is very unique and different. And so the best thing to do is to have a professional real estate agent come out, take a look at your home, and help you evaluate maybe what projects you've started, what projects you think you need to start, and come up with a plan to list your home. Um, because, in this market, the truth is that in this market, many buyers are buying homes with projects undone right now, and so
yeah. Not like it was 10 years ago, where you pretty much had to remodel your home to sell it. They're willing to take on some projects like a deck or even some light remodel stuff that normally people really get worried about because they think they have to spend all this money to sell their home, right?
right, yeah, every situation is so unique, and we would never say don't do things. However, every house is unique, and it's fun to really kind of weigh out your options when you're thinking of listing your home, and we'd love to help you with that plan.
Yeah, because sometimes if you invest all this money, excuse me, into a project, it's kind of diminishing returns. So that's why it's kind of nice to have us come out and look at things and really go through and see if it's worth it or not. Things like countertops and some painting, and my hardware doesn't quite look fresh or whatever it is. New flooring, bathrooms. These are all things that we hear about a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you just don't necessarily need to do those things to list for sure.
Right, and sometimes you do. And so again,
Yeah,
every house is unique, and we'd love to help you through that process. Now, if you're thinking about getting your house ready for a list, there are a list of things that we can share with you to do. Number one, a clean house is going to sell better, and so you want to make it shiny. Definitely dusting, decluttering. Um, Cleaning carpets is always a great idea, and especially if you have pets, you want
yeah.
to
You might want to even
have
get the ducts
that,
cleaned, right?
have the ducts cleaned,
Yeah,
right? Yep. Washing windows, shining up mirrors, vacuuming, and changing your light bulbs, because
yeah.
those light fixtures are sure going to shine with all the lights working.
Well, and when people are showing your home, when they flick a light switch and the light doesn't go on, it's just kind of it's just not good. Just
Right, it
it's
shows
there.
a lot better, and just little things like that is going to show that you've maintained the home, and there are definitely things that you can do to just really show, make sure that all of those boxes are checked, and we'd love to help you with that as well. Now, we're going to get on into, like, carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, all of those
All those things should
things
work and be
too. Yep.
operating. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what else? I mean, is there anything else that we're
Well, yeah. We also hear a lot. Well, my neighbor's house just sold for X. so we think our house is nicer and we should sell for this. It's not. Every house is. It's not a cookie cutter house, right? Or it's not cookie cutter listings. So um, you really need to have someone look at it and give you a professional opinion, because that's
Right,
what we
right.
do, right?
Well, and in this market too, especially since there's such low inventory, buyers are there are there are cash buyers coming forward, or possibly people who are really figuring out a way to buy with cash, which can definitely be winning. But just because the house down the street sold for $50,000 over list, $80,000 over list, something like that, um, a person selling their house does not want to automatically think that,
That's what
okay,
they're going to
we're
get.
going to list for this. That's what my neighbor got.
Mm-hmm.
That can absolutely be detrimental to the sale of your home. And so, um, yeah, there's so many things to talk about with listing, and we love what we do. We just love
We love
to
to help
give you more
just steer you in the
information.
right direction and give you good information, and especially when it comes to the listing part, um, that people tend to overestimate what things are going to cost, or might have a different idea, and we typically can come up with options for people to help them navigate that, so they don't have to spend all their cash, fixing up their house. They could
Right,
just
right.
sell it and recoup some of their investment.
Well, yeah, and we also like to share with people that it's super duper easy to sell right now.
Hmm.
However, there is a strategy behind it. And you could easily sell a home, or you could like knock it out of the park and sell the home in an easy market. And we still work super hard for you. We
Absolutely.
still earn our pennies of what we make, definitely, because we take it very seriously, try to exceed expectations, and we come from a market center that does the same. And so, I just want to also share with you, what, there's over 150 agents at our market. I've lost count at this
Hmm.
point, but we share all this with each other, and we really we look at working together as a brokerage in whole, to win for our community as well. So it's really fun to get the word out on your house,
Yeah.
and marketing and advertising, and doing all we can to get the most eyes on your home is what we all
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal is to have
yep.
one really good offer, but ultimately it's to have two people really liking your home, right? Because then
Multiple people,
multiple
yes.
people.
Yep.
So yeah, it's there's definitely a winning formula, and we'd like to tell you about it, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, the other thing we'd like to say too is, we say this all the time, but we don't have a crystal ball. And so, we know what the market's doing right now, and, we don't know what it's going to look like in 6 months, or 3 months, 6 months, anything like that. So, I mean, we keep hammering this home, but I mean, we truly mean it. If you're thinking of selling, I would not wait. I mean, it could literally cost you thousands of dollars. Interest rates are still low. People are still spending, or spending money, so it's still a great time, and people are not scared to invest in a home. So it's like the stars are aligning for you, right?
Yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time for first time home buyers. It's a great time for people looking to move up, downsize. I mean, it is a win win market. And we have said it, and it's going to be, it's nice to know that this is probably here for a while. But what Chris is really touching on not missing the market, is if you slide in a little bit before that more and more houses get on the market.
Yep.
Let's go over those numbers a little bit. There's 64 coming soon listings, 122 new listings, and 179 pending
Today.
listings right now today.
Today. So
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, the market's not the market's definitely moving. So, and like Katie was alluding to earlier, don't wait. People always think they don't want to. I wanted to touch on this too, because this is one more thing that we hear. People are like, I don't want to move in the dead of winter. Well, even if we sold your house today, what's a closing date look like? 30 days,
Mm-hmm,
45
mm-hmm.
days. So you're not, you know what I mean? You're not moving tomorrow, so that's the thing too, that I think people need to wrap their head around that too.
Yeah, we're getting
days.
into February and things
Pretty
like
soon it'll be
that, but
spring, and
we're getting
nice
close. We're
weather's
getting
coming. It's
close.
gotta, right? It has to come soon. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
someday here.
Yeah, but summer is still going to most likely be good. I mean, as we talked about, interest rates are going to be ticking up, but I think it's going to be a really stellar year again,
Absolutely.
and yeah, taking advantage of it. I mean, there's so many issues that go into the current market right now. It has to
Oh,
do with,
yeah.
some industries are even doing better, making more dollars than they were last year, and we're talking about maybe $10, $12 more an hour. And so, the first time home buyers, that group is
It's
really
changing.
changing, and
Mm-hmm.
people are able to move up and really make their real estate goals and dreams happen. So it's fun to be a part of that. We love what we do. If you'd like us to come out to your house and help you through some of these projects and strategies and just give you some information, even if you're just thinking about it, go ahead and give us a call.
Yeah, and seriously, we say it all the time, but don't wait. Try to get, have us come out, have us look at your home, have
Oh,
us
yeah.
give you some options.
Yeah, because truly, like, if you're not even thinking of moving for another year, it's never a bad thing to make that plan a year long. You can
No,
do that. You can
get
do that.
get in
Where
touch.
there's no rush.
Yeah, get
There's no
in.
rush. You don't want to wait. However, there's absolutely no rush. So you want to get all the information now because it's a win-win market. So
Another thing too.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I wanted to say too is that just even if it's a year out, like we tell people this all the time, and I say it over and over and over again. Typically, is that develop a relationship with a lender, even if because they're going to set you up on a game plan. Then when things start happening, houses move pretty quick. So you don't want to invest in a heartache, right? I always say that
mm-hmm,
all the time
mm-hmm,
because people that you just have to be proactive and
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
get that piece done first, and
Mm-hmm.
then I mean it's very huge. It's vital if you're a buyer
Oh,
to know
vital.
exactly
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
at. And
Solidify your pre-approval, and it's going to give you the most amount of buying power.
well, and when you walk into the place, if you don't want to look at $500,000 homes if you can only afford 300,
That
right?
right,
And
right.
so and so you don't want to look at that house, get and fall in love with it,
Oh
and
yeah.
then you can't. This way, when you're pre-approved, you're ready to roll. Your lender can give you pricing scenarios that basically tell you down to the penny what your payment's going to be every month.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
it's
Right,
huge to
right.
know that.
And another reason that you want to develop a relationship with a realtor is that if you are looking at sites such as like realtor.com or
Mm.
Zillow,
Oh yeah,
there's going to be a lag period of maybe 3 days, right? And so, guess what? In this market, things are selling day one on the market. That
yeah.
means that if you're not in relationship with the realtor, getting those listings
Actually
straight off
getting a North
the real
Star, the
time.
real
Yep.
time North Star listings, it's not real time. People, we've gotten calls, hey, we want to see this house. I just saw it on Zillow or whatever. Yeah, they're syndicated sites, guys, from the North Star system. People think they have MLS access and they don't. The only way you have access to that is when a realtor actually sets you up on a search. Then you get those homes as quickly as we do and the marketplace. So that's the only way to get on to stay on top of it, right?
Yeah, it's a great plan. It's a great plan. I mean, there's luck, the stars align, and things like that. But, when you are following plans and strategies and
Mm-hmm.
tried and
Oh,
true
there's more than
things,
luck. Yeah, it's there's more than luck involved in real estate. Wouldn't you
hmm
say? You got to
hmm
have a good plan, right, with
hmm
anything.
sure, a
So
little bit of both.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You bet, you bet. Absolutely, absolutely.
Well,
So yeah, well, we are gonna go pump some iron. It's leg night tonight, and boy, do we need it. We've been in the office all day. The spring market has started. We are busy, 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 and so are a lot of our our colleagues, and we're noticing that the market is taking off. And so, guys, we're here for you, and we'd love to hear from you. And just have a great rest of the week.
yeah, and don't wait.
Don't wait. That's the words of the
Don't
day.
wait.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, good to see you, and have a great week.
Take care. Bye. Don't touch anything, please.
We're still alive.